Cloud Strife is trans. Well, according to a professor that teaches a game design master's program in Sweden, Cloud Strife is trans, among other things that they're trying to push out there. Now, I saw this actually covered on Side Scrollers. Shout outs to Side Scrollers. Craig, why aren't you following me already? Let's just give me the follow. A big fan of yours for years. I'm just joking. Anyways, I checked out their video and it led to a post that's on NeoGAF where it says if you go to Sweden for game design master program, you'll likely be taught that Cloud Strife is a classic transgender character design. And I was like, oh man. It always feels like there's some kind of like professor or some kind of like woke moron trying to inject all of this woke narrative, this LGBTQ agenda into our stuff. So here's some screenshots. Now, according to this, it's a source from a Chinese indie dev. So here's their blog. Forgive me that it's in Chinese, but some of these screenshots have been translated from Google Lens. But this is an indie game dev from China that took this course. This is the source from it. You can look at everything on NeoGAF for any kind of, I guess, clarification or whatever. But yeah, the guy took pictures of some lecture slides and basically shared them on social media. Why we have Lara Croft here with a thing that says men with breasts, I'm not sure. Last time I checked, Lara Croft is a female, despite the current day modern Tomb Raider trying to really make her masculine with some broad NFL linebacker shoulders. And yeah, the Netflix series that just came out didn't do Lara Croft any justice. But here's a slide. What could they possibly be talking about that has Lara Croft on there with men with breasts? I guess they fund any kind of program in colleges now. And look at this funny thing, it's all women. And I bet you, I'm going to go ahead and do a ratio here. I bet you at least two of these girls have the bull nose ring and some bad, poor prison style tattoos. They probably hate men. Um, this one kind of has dyed hair, but we don't have anybody with the purple and blue hair here. But this is literally indoctrination. This isn't about game design, guys. This is indoctrination. This is them indoctrinating woke identity politics into gaming. Now, this is the professor. This is the person teaching the class. Why do they all look like this? I can't even tell, and I'm not trying to be rude, can't even tell if this is a biological female or not. But you can sure as hell tell they're liberal as all hell. Now, here's a screenshot here, and I wish I could zoom in a little bit better, but I don't think zooming in will do much for the thing. But it says Exhibit A, Cloud Strife in Final Fantasy 797, and again in the remake in 2020, he was in a dress. I guess they're trying to say, I wish this person's head wasn't here, but they're basically saying that he was dressed up like this, and you can see the word queer right here. Um, Obviously, this is some weird woke gender studies class. Here's a screenshot that says design a fighting game character that is neither male nor female. Think specifically about how they move through the world. How do they walk? How do they jump? How do they squat? How do they squat, guys, and get over obstacles? How do they attack and what attacks do they use? How and with what do they defend? What special moves what they might have? So this was translated from Swedish to simplified Chinese. This is the effort that goes into creating character designs that are not male or female. They're these androgynous, gender neutral, non-binary characters that these woke game developers are more like. Why do they focus on this? Why don't you focus on making an actual good game? Why are you focused on making characters that are neither sex? Like, imagine catering to a small modern audience that would get offended about a character being too feminine or too masculine, that you have to have no gender stereotypes or attributes to them. So here's a gender studies thing. Uh, can't really read any of that. You can see queer theory, radical feminism, Marxist feminism. So all of the buzzwords that you hear all these woke journalists say and push into the thing. And wow, a 2014 Gamergate slide. Research has changed since Gamergate. Gamergate's a campaign organized by right-wing extremists, 4chan, 8chan. Isn't this familiar? Didn't we just see Alyssa Mercante say that all this stuff with Doge exposing USAID is conspiracies from 8chan? These people are deranged. All these people that teach all this modern day, like, woke liberal nonsense. You can see massive harassment campaigns against women, racial, and sexual minorities, and the abstract concept of progress. They're still going on and on about Gamergate, but this slide is essentially a mute point now that Doge exposed USAID for giving away over $8 million to outlets such as Politico and others to smear gamers, to put woke propaganda, not just in gaming, but also in TV, movies, and stuff. But a huge part of that was this Gamergate conspiracy. You see, Gamergate sparked a debate about how women and marginalized people are treated in the gaming industry. So, I mean, they try to leave out all the stuff about Zoe Quinn and whoever else was involved, Anita Sarkeesian, how there was a lot of quid pro quo. Now, here's an update. This says the guy was later contacted by the school department and forced to release an apology statement on the same social media. That the dean of the college called them to his office and projected the post they posted on the big screen and asked if it was me, after being told that posting such a post would have serious negative impact on the school, teachers, and LGBT students. They realized their mistake and promised they would not post again in the future. So the guy that posted all these screenshots got yelled at by the dean. Why are they trying to protect a narrative about all this bullshit? Essentially, Cloud being trans or queer and all this bullcrap. Like, why are they protecting all of this? This is nonsense. The dude was contacted by the dean. If you don't think that there's not an agenda out there, you're mistaken. And if you don't think that it's a problem that a game design class is focusing on things like Gamergate and making characters that are not masculine or feminine and talking about men with breast and Cloud in a dress, and like they're clearly focusing on identity politics and everything but making a good game. And this is infecting everything. It trickles down from here. These are the future game designers of the world, and they're getting all this stuff, all these woke ideologies pushed into their fucking heads. And it's poisoned in the well. That's why we've been having so many garbage games come out and fail, because they're learning this instead of actually learning how to make something entertaining. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.